Hello, kids! Welcome, everyone! Come and discover the brave journey of Jeremiah, a prophet chosen by God. From a young age, he followed God's call, bringing his message to the people, even in difficult times. Let's learn from his courage and faith. And don't forget, kids, click that like and let's take flight. Once upon a time, in a distant and ancient land, there lived a boy named Jeremiah. From a very young age, Jeremiah felt that God had a special plan for him. He lived in a small village called Anathoth, near Jerusalem, where his father served as a priest. Growing up, Jeremiah often heard stories about God and his love for his people, the Israelites. When Jeremiah was still young, God spoke to him for the first time. God said,
"Before you were born, I already knew who you would be. I chose you to be my prophet and speak to my people."
Surprised and afraid, Jeremiah replied,
"But Lord, I am only a child. I don't know how to speak to so many people."
With a calm and loving voice, God reassured him.
"Do not be afraid, Jeremiah. I will be with you and tell you what to say. I will put my words in your mouth."
Upon hearing these words, Jeremiah felt a warm peace in his heart, knowing that God would always be with him. As he grew older, Jeremiah became a brave and determined young man, preaching God's messages to the people of Israel. Many of these messages were hard for people to hear, as Jeremiah urged them to repent of their sins and return to following God's commandments. Jeremiah understood how challenging this task would be, but he trusted in God. However, people did not like listening to Jeremiah's words. They preferred to live their lives unchanged, ignoring his warnings. Often, they mocked Jeremiah and even tried to harm him. Despite this, Jeremiah never gave up, knowing he was doing what God had called him to do. One day, God gave Jeremiah a very unusual task. He told him to buy a clay jar and take it to the valley of Hinnom. There, God instructed Jeremiah to break the jar in front of the people and declare,
"Just as this jar is shattered, God will bring destruction to the city if you do not repent and return to him."
Although the people were frightened by this message, many still refused to listen. At one point, Jeremiah was imprisoned and thrown into a muddy cistern because of his preaching. He remained there for many days until God sent a kind man named Ebed-Melech to rescue him. Ebed-Melech lowered ropes into the cistern and pulled Jeremiah out, saving his life. Despite all the hardships, Jeremiah never lost his faith in God. He knew he was fulfilling an important mission. God continued to protect and guide him, even in the darkest moments. Jeremiah lived during a difficult time for the people of Israel. He witnessed the destruction of Jerusalem by the Babylonians and saw his people taken into captivity. Yet, even in these dark times, Jeremiah brought a message of hope. He told the people that God still loved them and that one day they would return to their land. The story of Jeremiah teaches us to trust in God and be courageous, even in the face of great challenges. Jeremiah remained faithful to God during difficult times, showing that with divine help, we can overcome any situation and fulfill our purpose. The lesson we learn is that God has a plan for each of us and will always be by our side, guiding and protecting us. Therefore, we must trust in Him and remain faithful, knowing He is ever present in our lives.
"For I know the plans I have for you," declares the Lord, "plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart." The best place to bring the Bible to kids is right here. Subscribe to the channel and leave a like. See you next time, everyone. God bless you.